It's Tom and Todd's Face Off on WRKO.com. Brought to you by Chamonix, the science of beautiful skin.
It is May, and that means we're as hot as a pistol. We're hotter than summertime here. Tom and Todd, it's Face Off on WRKO.com.
It was 1 year ago today that Osama Bin Laden was killed. Is it wrong for Obama to use the event as a political tool?
It is not wrong at all. It's a wonderful reminder to the rest of the world that you don't trifle or mess with the United States. I know there's a political dimension to this. Everything every president does has a political dimension, and this president specializes in it. What was wrong when he dragged in Mitt Romney with this hypothetical? Well, I don't think Romney would have done what I did, and he kind of flexes his 12-inch biceps. That doesn't work for me.
However, it's good because it's yet another opportunity provided by the president for Americans to realize he cares about nothing but his own reelection. He will do anything. Now, this particular ruse is about getting everybody to fight about Mitt Romney, because when you're focused on Mitt Romney, when you're focused on was the president right to do this, these stupid questions we talk about all the time, then you're not talking about how bad the economy is, and he thinks that helps him get reelected.
Apparently, Todd has not bought into the fact that Barack is the change we were waiting for.
The Transportation Secretary says he would like to see a federal ban on talking and texting while driving. Do you agree?
I think that would be a great idea if it applies to everybody who works for the federal government, particularly the heads of big departments. And by the way, the ban should particularly go into effect whenever they're thinking about doing something that is none of their constitutional purview, like in this case.
It's an astounding sweep by the federal government to even consider this, let alone seriously propose it. And I don't like the idea of texting and driving, and we fought about this. We fight about this all the time because I think it's a huge distraction.
No, I don't think anybody should text
problem.
and drive.
Yeah, he doesn't, as he says, as he goes 65 miles an hour.
I only do it.
Freaking drive.
I only do it when I have the extra lanes required to keep the car going straight.
A growing number of Americans are saying that 2 weeks is not enough vacation time. Do you agree? And if so, what would be an appropriate number?
I like the idea of 4 weeks. I really do. I kind of, in my mind, it breaks down very nicely. 1 week per season. Spring, summer, winter, fall, winter. There you go. Being enough is enough. 6 weeks, too long. I know they do that in Europe, and it sounds great. Oh, I think your mind begins to kind of fall into a hammock.
Oh, I think it has to do with how old you are. As you get older, you need the time off. However, there's a downside, and that is getting off the treadmill is very dangerous. Have you ever done this? You go away for a week, and the next 2 weeks going to work is torture. And then you need another vacation when you get home to try to recover from your vacation. So probably the best thing is...
I don't know what Todd does on his vacations. He does. It's like he ran a marathon with the Kenyans. It's unbelievable.
You fly, you stay up all night, you screw up your whole sleep patterns, you overeat, you come home, you're exhausted. You try to race around and do the errands you have to do to try to get ready to go back to work. You set the alarm clock, it goes off the next one, and you feel like the biggest piece of crap that God ever laid on the planet.
And then you come in and your colleagues say, hey, did you have a great vacation?
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. All right, sorry, that's it. We've got to go. We're going over to Cambridge. We're going to hang out in the teepee with Liz Warren. We'll see you next week with another Face Off. Tom and Todd, WRKO.com.